Hey guys, welcome back, and today we will be doing one important question from string manipulation. And after studying about this string manipulation, about this, after you learn this question, if after you watch this video, I hope that you will be able to do any type of question from string manipulation, because this is a very extreme level question, even though it does not look like that, but it have a lots of steps inside it. So after watching this, I hope you would be capable of doing any string manipulation questions. All right, so let's get into the video. All right, so the question that over here: write a program that, number one, prompts the user to enter a string. Then number two, what it does is it extracts all the digits from the string. Okay, and then if there are digits, what it has to do is sum up the digits, and then it have to print out the original string, the digits, and the sum of the digits. Okay, so simply what I have to do, well, if there are digits in the string, it have to extract all the digits, then sum them up, and then print out these three things. Number one is original string, number two is the digits, and the number three is the sum of the digits. Okay, if there are no digits, then print the original string and a message that string has no digits. All right, so this is basically a very well defined question out over here. So where do we start first? Of course, we'll start from the step one, which is the only input command we have to use. So that is, it prompts the user to enter a string. So I'll get a variable. Okay, so string is equal to input, enter a string. So string here is of the variable, and this is an input command, and this is the message to be displayed to the user, this message. All right. Okay, so next step, extract all the digits from the string. Now you see that extracting digits, extracting characters, we know, but we have to actually store them. Why we have to store them? Because at the end we have to print the digits, each digit. Like if the string was something like this, hey 1 2 3 4, so I have to store this 1 somewhere, 2 somewhere, 3 somewhere, and 4 somewhere, which we don't know actually how to do. So for that we use list. Actually list have the capability to store any kind of data values and data values and data types, but that is not, we have not learned yet, but we have to do something here without learning about lists. So what I'm going to do is we're going to do a very weird kind of thing. What I'll do is, first of all, I'll just make a variable digits is equal to a string. I've just created a string right over here. Okay, now you know how to create a string, right? This is an empty string, there is nothing between it. Okay, how to create an empty variable that is a number? Simply 0, that is a empty variable which is for integers. If for strings, then something like this. This is an empty string. Now, so what my concept here is, I will create a loop that checks if each character that goes through each character of the string, and then it takes that particular string and compares if it is a number or not. If it is a number, then what it has to do is it has to add it to the digits. Now we know we cannot, that what it has to do is it has to add it to the digits right over. I'll explain you what we mean. So for example, let's start with for I in string. Okay, not range string, because we have to check I. In the previous video I told you what this I is going to indicate. This is going to indicate every string from here. So just for you, again, just for your just for your understanding, I'm just going to write here a predefined string first of all, so that we can understand what we are doing actually. So first, the value of the first value of I would be h, then e, then y, then 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. Note that this 1 2 3 4, they are not integers, they are string, because they are enclosed in these apostrophes. Okay, now if I go here, I have to put colon. Of course, indent is created. Now what I have to do is, okay, 1 minute, I told you long back that I'll show you what this indent means, how we can change the spaces. For that, you can simply head over to options and configure ideally, and right over here you can see this part, indentation width. You can increase to 16 and the minimum is 2. So if you increase to 16, apply. Okay, so if I press enter, now look, it's way right over here, so you can type here. So but I don't recommend it. Mostly the default is 4, which is this one right over here, 4. You can, if this one 4, you can even use 3 and 2, but 4 is better. Let's use 6 for 5. Let's say use 6 for today. Okay, all right, 6 and then enter. Yeah, this is different. Okay, now for I in string, what I have to do is, okay, Now I'll write here if I dot is digit. Alright, so we know this function I dot is digit. It means I is a string here, I is a variable, and I first of all is having h. Alright, it's having h is digit. So if it is a digit, what I'll do is I will add this up with this variable digits. Okay, this one. So something like this. I'll go enter right over here, and then what I will do is digits, I'm gonna update it, is plus is equal to what I. So what this actually means is nothing but, now once I have done this, what's happening here actually, digit is completely having 1 2 3 4. Let's check if it's true or not. So at the end I'm just simply going to print digits. Okay, just will run this program and see if it works. So at the end the output should be 1 2 3 4 itself. Okay, so let's run this program now. 1 2 3 4. Okay, if I were to change this to 0, let's run it again. 1 0 3 4. Yeah, 1 0 3 4. Okay, so we are okay with it. Now let's remove this. I need to show you what's happening here. Now once I have done this, I have stored them somewhere. Okay, now once we have done this, we have updated the digits variable, thereby it's going to store 1034 as we saw right now. What we'll do is we'll exit all the loops, and then what we're going to do is we will try to get all those numbers from digits. So currently if I run this program, digits is going to have this value 1034. So what I have to do is I have to add them up. That is, I have to get a variable s. I have written here s is equal to 0. So this is going to have the sum of these numbers actually. Sum of 4 plus 3, that is 7, 7 plus 0, 0, 7 plus 1, 8. So it's going to have the sum of this, that is 8. So somehow we should make s 8 since we have 1034. So what I'll do is I'll write for another, let's say variable, let's say y in where digits. Okay, so because we need the numbers from the digits. Now one thing I can do, what we'll normally do is I'll update the variable s. That is, I can do s plus is equal to y, because we know for the first value of y would be 1, then 0, then 3, then 4. But the problem is that this digits is actually in a string format. So this is not storing like this, it's rather storing something like this in this apostrophe. So somehow we need to convert them. So what I'll do here is I'll type int bracket open and then bracket close. Simple. Okay, so now what happens is at the end of this loop the value of s would be nothing but 8. Let's check it. Print and then s. Look, we got 8 right over here. So what happens, we just added them everything up, and now it is having the value. Now next thing is what, the sum of the, we have got everything. We have got the original string, the digits, and the sum of the digits. Now there is one thing left, what, printing. Now we have to print everything. There is only left for output. So if there are digits, we need to print out what, 3 things. If there are digits, original string, the digits, then the sum of the digits. All right, so how do we do that? Now if you basically see that if there were no strings in this, if there were no integer or numbers in this string, then the value of s would remain 0 throughout the program. So if using that kind of trick, we can actually create an if statement, that if s not equal to 0, okay, this means that there are digits. If s is equal to 0, it means there are no digits in the string. But if s is not equal to 0, it means there are some kind of digits. That's why the s got summed up to 0. All right, next what I have to do is put the colon and then press enter. Now what I have to do, print the original string, the digit, and the sum of the digits. So I'll simply write the print commands here. Okay, so if there are numbers, print what, the original string, and I've just used the variable of the string right over here, as you can see. And then we have print the digits, and then I've created a simple loop so that I can extract everything from the digits, because digits is not having these numbers separately, it's having them as a combined string. So for n in digits, so the first value of n would be what here, 1, then 0, then 3, and then 4. It's going to print them up right over here. Print n and is equal to, you can use even I and t right over. I'll tell you why later on. And then last one, print sum of the digits. Okay, now what if there are no digits? Okay, this is for there are digits. What if there are no digits? So I can say if s double equal to 0, then what I'm going to do is print okay. So now the end I'll just change this to an input command, so that because it satisfies with our question. So I'm going to press enter here and then type here input string. Okay, let me just remove this. All right, let's run this program now and check everything. Okay, so where I'm going to type here, let's say hello 754. Okay, original string is what? 754, the digits. Okay, there is some problem here, there is slight problem here. Let's fix that thing up. Okay, where is it? Yeah, let me just remove this end. Yeah, now let's do that. So what we type? Hello 754. Yep, original string is hello 754, the digits are 754 and the sum of the digits is 16. So that's correct. 5 plus 4 is 9, 9 plus 7 is 16. Now what if there are no numbers in them? Let's say simply hello. Yep, hello, original string is hello, string has no digits. Now there is one problem, one last problem that can occur. What if I write let's say hello and then 0? It's going to still print me that had no digits even though we have 0 with it. Now that's going to be a very big drawback of this program. So we'll just find some things we can do, some tricks from which we can actually include 0. So what I have to do is actually, you see, when we were running these loops right over here for I in string, if I dot is digit, what we can do, one thing is I can create another variable, any random variables, let's say check. Okay, and this should be equal to 0. Okay, and then if there is a digit, what we'll do is we'll simply change the value of check plus is equal to 1. Simple. So what happens is the value of check will get greater than 0 if there is a digit. Okay, and then finally instead of using this s not equal to 0, we'll use check not equal to 0. Okay, and right over here also I'm going to use check equal to 0. So what basically I'm doing is check plus is equal to 1 means what happens if there is a digit. So you see, if I dot is digit, if there is a digit, the value of check would be a non-zero number, that is a positive number. And if it is a non-zero number, if there is a non-zero number, you have to print these all things, that means there is a digit. If it is still a 0 number, that means there are no digits. So let's run using the 0 one. So kui, let's say anything 0. Look, origin string is kui 0 and the digit is 0 and the sum of digit is 0. All right, let's check another. That's perfect, that's looking good. Okay, let's add them up and check if it's correct. 8 plus 2 is 10, 10 plus 6 is 16. Yep, that's 23. All right, so it has been a long video. I hope you found this video informative. If you did, leave a like, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you have not turned on notifications. In the next video we'll start about list manipulation, the next chapter. All right, so like this video if you found this informative. Signing out for today. See you guys very soon.